You look good. New haircut? Fraser Leve podcast. We've got Jared Quay Campbell in the building, comedian, ex NFL player, college player, high school player, Pee Wee football legend. New haircut. Looks great. Oh my goodness.
It's me. It's who I am. I'm nobody, but I'm somebody, but nobody at the same time.
Would that make you Illuminati for your chalkboard back there?
I've been trying to get recruited, man. I've been shouting out. I've been like figuring out cult signs and doing really random things. I hope that somebody will reach out to me. Illuminati's really hard to reach, man. They do not respond. I imagine that.
What do you think?
Illuminati,
Like
if you're watching this, I'm ready for your call.
Do you think they're like more famous people or less famous people and more rich people that aren't famous, like in the public eye?
I feel like they're powerful people, not necessarily famous or rich. I feel like you need money when you're powerful, and so yeah, if that being the case, it's probably somebody that just works at Best Buy. It's just some dude in the geek squad that's like secretly running the world and being like, "Hey, get rid of that politician."
Makes sense, like undercover, like FBI.
Yeah, why would you want? If you're the most powerful person, why would you want the world to know you're powerful? Why would you not just see how people would treat you at the lowest level, right? Just be like, I want you to think of me as nothing, knowing I'm the most powerful person in the world, because then you're gonna be your most authentic self. You'll be like, "Fuck you," and I'm like, "All right, whack that guy." But if you knew I was powerful, you're like, "Oh my god, can I come buy you coffee? I just want to come over and say hello." Yeah, all that fake shit.
Imagine they found like linked deaths. Like, what if people went into Best Buys and like a week later they were dying, but you never knew that the link was they're going into Best Buy.
But I don't think the Illuminati wants to kill people, man. I'm not trying to join a fucking hit factory. I'm trying to join somebody that just like, hey, this is how us great minds think the world will work best. We got to get rid of capitalism because it's gotten to extreme measures where people are trying to get trillions of dollars. And that's when capitalism breaks up. And they just sit there, with their hoods on and shit.
I don't think they're doing a good job if they're trying to break up capitalism. I think it's just getting worse and worse. But so Illuminati, fuck you. You ain't shit. Well, anyways, into the NBA. You watched the game last night? Pacers, Knicks game 1. And it's a trend we've had on this podcast. The year of the whites in sports, we've got Timothy Chalamet, New York fan, 2 of the most eligible bachelorettes, I guess they're not single, but in America, in the world, 2 dimes from LA cheering for the Knicks. Not only has he made that switch, Timothy Chalamet is like a very skinny white dude, so I feel like he's somehow managed to flip. Like they're definitely interested in what he wasn't offering. So I don't know. It's he's done some incredible work on behalf of whites in sports. And I haven't heard from BLM for quite a while. It feels like something needs to happen soon here. Like they need to do some sort of intervene before really things get out of hand. Like there'll be some sort of Trump in sports before you know.
You said the most 2 eligible bachelorettes. Are you talking about the sisters? Who are the girls?
Yeah, the Kardashians.
Yeah, are those? I mean, those are game balls, man. Everybody play with them balls. Yeah, is he really winning? I mean, what is he, like the 30th, 7th famous person that's knocked us down?
I mean, they're still like the top of the charts right now.
I mean, yeah, they're famous and powerful. And he's, anything to get courtside tickets. I mean, I don't know how rich Timothy Chalamet is, but actors usually aren't as rich as other people. So I'd imagine, he's probably getting those are gifted tickets to help, bring the aura up. And, that's kind of weird that the most famous fan would be Spike Lee to Timothy Chalamet. Like, I mean, I don't even know how to pronounce the guy's last name. He's not an A-list star. I mean, yeah, he did what he did. The Great Unknown. He did the Bob Dylan. What's his most famous movie? Dune.
Dune's a big one.
Yeah, Dune's pretty big.
He does other shit too. He's in your favorite movie, Interstellar.
Yeah, but he's like the least important part of Interstellar. He's like the smallest role in Interstellar. He has like one quote in the beginning, and then they change it to the older version of him is Casey Affleck.
Yeah. So, which is very weird because I've watched that movie 100 times, but I just watched it recently, and I'm like, wait, is that Timothy Chalamet? And then you're like, Casey Affleck. It's very underrated, star-studded cast.
Yeah, I mean, did I tell you this is a crazy story? So, obviously Christopher Nolan's like my favorite movie director of all time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other day I was in Hollywood and I was just driving to Gelson with my homeboy, and he was like, yo, sometimes Christopher Nolan's at this Gelson just chilling. And I was like, no way. And he was like, yeah, bro. And then he turned into the parking spot and literally right in front of us with his dog, hollering at some hoes. Omit that if you need to, Christopher Nolan. I'm not trying to snitch, no Kobe. there was a girl petting his dog, and it was like, damn, that's Christopher Nolan right there in front of us, bro. And I got starstruck. I didn't say shit to him. My friend was like, don't embarrass me. But I wanted to be like, hey, nigga, put me in a movie. But I didn't. That's crazy, though. I just saw him, and he's like just a regular dude chilling. Made one
How
of the
old
best
is he?
movies of all time. What?
I couldn't even tell you what he looks like. How old is he? Is he old dude or like middle age?
Nah, he's not. He's not us. He's like in his like late 50s, I would imagine,
Yeah.
but he doesn't look old. Like he doesn't have gray hair or anything. He's young. You don't know what Christopher Nolan looks like? He's tall.
No, I couldn't.
In
Oh,
Hollywood, tall is like scary because everybody's shorter. So when you see somebody that's tall, you're like, holy shit, he's tall.
that makes sense.
Yeah, but Timothy Chalamet, Knicks, fuck them. I didn't even get to watch the game, bro. I was at a comedy show. They asked me to host a like comedy competition to judge it. So I was like literally in there watching comedy. So I came out to get a drink and I saw the game and it was like it was 92 to like 116 or 105 or something crazy, right? And I was like, watch, the Pacers are gonna come back on like Halliburton shoots some crazy three-pointer. It happens every time. And then I left and I went to the show. He was like, how did you know that? How did you know that? And I was like, no fucking way. And I looked and they came back. Somehow the Pacers found a way to score like 20 points in like 15 seconds. That's their new MO. They're just like, they've done it 3 times. They took out the Bucks. They took out every team they took out, they beat with like a crazy comeback. So
I think it's like their 4th crazy comeback. And this one, 14 points, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. How many times? What do you think the record is of the teams for and against that is? Or did you?
And I don't even know. It was like, who was it? Naismith? Somebody like, who is this guy making all these threes? That motherfucker turned into full clutch Jordan. Just hit like 7 3-pointers. But it really is. You know what I think is going on, man? It's Tyrese Halliburton's white women. He had a video in the summer where he was with a bunch of white women, like drunk as hell, talking about 50 Cent. That was a hell of a show. And everyone's like, damn, boy. And them white women got superpowers in them. That's what people don't realize, man. You get your white woman, you can suck the blood, the superpowers out of them like a vampire. And the next thing you know, you got the juice. And so, yeah, that's what RG3's doing. RG3 would have been mediocre as a person if he didn't have white women to suck the talent out of and to be able to get on, major views on ESPN and even that one Heisman season. That's a white woman's power right there.
Well, answer to my question about the 14 points, 994 to nothing. 994 times. That's wow. The RG3 Ryan Clark debate is very odd. Like just going back and forth about who respects black women more. It's just like
RG3 knows that all publicity is good publicity. So he did that segment knowing what he was doing. He knew there was gonna be backlash. And he found the biters, and now he's like milking it. Like, why are we talking about RG3? We would never be talking about RG3 if he didn't bring that up. And now RG3 is a household name. He's more famous now than he was when he was a quarterback for the Commanders or the Redskins.
And I don't know if he did this purposely, but he said milking it. Speaking of milking it, we've got Devontae Adams yelling milk check whenever there's a white DB across from him. What is the wildest shit you've said when there's a white person across from you? Or would you say, or have you heard? This is
milkshake. I mean, white DBs they still have to prove themselves.
There's only one, right?
There were black quarterbacks were in 2000. It's like Michael Vick is that guy. He's put it in, but it just isn't common. I work out with Cooper DeJean though, so that's pretty cool. He's a pretty dude. I was like, hey man, are you human? I didn't know if you were human. I thought you was a robot. Yeah, no, man. White milk check, baby, milk check. You know what I realized? And this is where you clip this out if you want to, but I seen a comedian talk about it, man. We don't have a word to offend white people, white men yet. We don't fully have like a good N-word, good nigga hurts your day. You can't just go about your day when somebody get at. I think we got white women with Karen. I'm quoting a guy here, quoting somebody. Karen, he got him. We don't have white men yet. And I think milk check could be the word, milk check. Look at this whole milk check motherfucker over here.
I feel like we'd be like, yeah.
Check your ass up.
I feel like we'd be like, yeah, we get it. Like, not gonna really come.
I want to fuck your damn. I want you to close your laptop and like, fuck this podcast.
I feel like we have like hurt their wallets or like call them soft or like, I don't know. Like
soft doesn't work.
I don't know.
You got to do something that fucking has a word meaning. Like,
yeah.
Kumquat.
Yeah, so I see where you're going with. On the flip side of milk check, I started thinking about it as like a white kid who grew up in Canada, a small town. We had the same thing as milk check, but it was more like whenever we saw a black guy on the other team, we're like, oh my God, they have a black guy. We're fucked. And we had like one fast white guy. We got to get Travis on him. Travis, you're on the left side. Oh my God.
Wait a minute,
We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. We always thought we're gonna lose whenever there's a black guy on the other team. I'm not even joking. It's 100%.
you didn't have a black guy on your team? I thought that was a requirement. I feel like in America, they make Canada is different. In America, you got to go recruit. You get to go to the hood and do a blindside story and just.
Yeah. No, Western Canada, there was like 3, like in my age growing up, and one played for Team Canada. He was really good. Shout out for it.
You got to go drive to Seattle and kidnap somebody or something, man. You can't just go around without no black people on your team, man. That's ultra racist right there.
Well, we just didn't have them. It's not like we didn't want them. We just didn't have them. You know, it's the difference between not wanting and having. It's like I would like Indian food right now.
I was a black guy on. I was at Denver South, and I was the guy, and I was balling. And these white kids were like, "Hey, we don't have any black guys on our team. Our quota's low. Can we get you on our team?" And I went there, and I was fucking truth, bro. I was the truth out there. But we still suck. But I was the black guy. You were like, "Oh shit, they got a black guy on their team."
That's how it was in Canada back then.
What happens if the black guy's bad? What happens if he's trash?
That does happen. Like the guy in our school, he was not very good. And so it was more just like you're just threatening with him. It's like you kind of put him out there during warm-ups and he just runs like a straight line.
You don't want to see him dunk. You can dunk still, though, right? You want to
No. He was really poor. Sorry, Samson. You don't listen to this anyways. No one knows.
Where's Samson? I want to Google Samson. What's Samson look like?
I don't think he's Googleable, man. I don't think he's Googleable.
There's no way Samson's not Google. He doesn't have a Facebook at all?
I don't think so.
I'm not impressed.
High school.
I've been hanging out with you for a while. You've been pretty good with black people. You know, it hasn't really went unnoticed that you may be secretly racist. But now it's starting to come out. You don't want to show me about Samson? Is Samson some kind of... I want to know what Samson thinks about you. He might be like, fuck that Fraser guy, man.
I haven't seen him in 25 years, so it's not like, again, I just don't know anything about him.
What if he joined the gang? What if he got tough? What if he's like a fucking mob boss?
I don't think we have gangs in where I'm from. So I mean, we have them, but not like, you know. I guess
has he got dangerous? What about guns? Who's the last person to get killed in your neighborhood?
I don't think that's happened, really. I mean, I'm sure it has. I don't know. I don't look back. Like like it happens, but like it's gang violence, but it's like once every 3 years, and it's the biggest news. There's fights. We do a lot of fighting in Canada. We don't do a lot of killing. Like you'll get stabbed or beat up. We still have guns in Canada.
I think you're trying to downplay your neighborhood to make it sound better for whatever the audience members. I want you to talk about that hood shit. Who has a face tattoo in your neighborhood? Somebody has a face tattoo.
We had gangs, but they're just like more drugs, not... They don't kill people as much.
They go hand in hand. You can't have the drug gang without the gun gang.
And it's just a Canada thing, man. We just don't shoot and kill people as much as you think. In Vancouver, there's a lot of shootings, but nothing compared to the U.S. The U.S. is just fucking crazy. No one has the amount of killings next to the U.S., so that's the thing.
But even Drake was talking about how he has all these guys that are gang members, and they're going to pay Kendrick Lamar a visit and shit like that. I thought they had some goons.
Well, I'm sure in Toronto, it's like a major city, so...
What about Vancouver?
Yeah, but there's more Asian and Indian gangs than, like, there's no black gangs.
That's
there might
crazy.
be. I don't want to slander black gangs, but tons of Asian gangs.
I'm finna recruit niggas, man. I'm finna be like, yo, you leveled up, man. Get off of this block. This project's not for you. You got some nice Greenland and Kamloops. Kamloops?
Yeah, sure. I like that. Kamloops sounds better.
What is it? Kamloops?
Kamloops, yeah.
Kamloops. Come on, let's go to Kamloops, man. You and your block, man. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah. Speaking of Canada, can I do a quick SGA rant real quick? MVP, SGA, and there's this fucking free throw merchant narrative that's just pissing me off. He shoots 8.3 free throws per game. Anyone with 30 points per game or more in the NBA season averages 10 free throws per game. That's Luka, Kobe, Giannis, Harden, D-Wade. He led the league in drives per game at 20.2. That's 400% more than Steph, 33% more than Ant, double basically Giannis, Halliburton, Amen Thompson, Tatum. Like he's driving at an incredible click. And it's not like he's Harden who just kind of like runs forward and then falls and shoots. He's like getting people up, down, sideways, backwards. Like he's got the craziest bag within 15 feet. And I'm just sick and tired of this free throw merchant, especially in a time where everyone just shoots threes, right? Like no one's driving the basket like he does.
Yeah, he doesn't shoot as many threes as most people would like. I think he only averages shooting like 4 threes or 5 threes a game.
And why are we rewarding that? We should love that, right? We should be like, everyone hates, this new NBA is just shooting threes, jacking up deep, where he's actually playing legit basketball. And people are like, it's not good enough. It's just like the world to tear down a young African-American, and I'm tired of it. Aren't you, Jared?
He's
Why
not
can't we have a
African
successful black
American.
man?
He's an African Canadian. Do they call him African Canadian? African Canadian?
I think we just call them Canadians in Canada. We don't really put like the initial.
Why is you're making it seem good? I almost want to move there now. I like SGA. I've been a fan of SGA since he was on the Clippers. I remember when they traded him, I was like, that's a bad trade. PG may be good, but SGA is a young dog. And now I will say that his team is winning at a rate where it's almost hard to understand. Like, they don't really have star players. Jalen Williams is not Scottie Pippen. Chet Holmgren is just soft to me. I just see him. I just see soft. I don't necessarily see tough. SGA is carrying that team. He just scores points effortlessly. And I think that because he's playing, I kind of like this Anthony Edwards versus SGA rivalry.
He's so fun.
Because I like Ant. Ant is like, he's supposed to be the face of the league, right? But he's also just like got baby mamas and has this fucking just villainous aspect to his game.
He got fined another $50K last night for swearing, which is fine. No, for swearing, but I love when he threw that ball.
I like the bad boy aspect of it. And I think SGA plays that Superman role of like, he didn't even smile. Like, he won MVP and you just never see him smile. The only time I ever saw him smile was after they lost to the Nuggets and he was like grinning like, I had 12 points and you guys barely won. Yeah. And so, I don't know if I like the plainness of him. He needs some color. He needs to get some Allen Iverson braids, not just the straight backs. He needs some design. He needs to, something about him.
He's kind of like a Tim Duncan Kawhi, like just very fundamentals, kills it, not flashy.
But even Kawhi was like awkward. Kawhi is like entertaining because he's so weird. Tim Duncan, he got very Tim Duncan-ish vibes,
But also, like, there's a play where he had a guy beat on the drive, went by, stopped, went to shoot. The guy came back, tried to get him again, and then like he beats you 3 times. It's unreal the shit he does. So I like that from exciting stuff.
Well, I mean, he is a foul merchant in the sense of like he does create contact and get the foul. Which, I mean, I'm not saying that that's his whole game. He's not only good because of that, but he is really good at like, oh, you're behind me, let me lean into you and throw this shot up, and it may go in, but I'm definitely gonna get a foul call. Did you see the Jalen Brunson one yesterday?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I think so.
No, there's a clip of Jalen Brunson where he
slapped his own hand in his head, right?
He has him brought up, and he literally brings his hand up, hits himself, and then falls off. And I was like, yo, that's all-star. Like, at that point, how do you, like, get someone technical and out of there? Get him out of here. This guy's out of here. And before there was slow motion, he would literally foul out everybody's best player with that kind of shit.
Yeah. But to your point of SGA and Ant, like I hope no one ever gets injured because I could watch that for like the next 15 years of my life. Them like going back and forth. And
who's a third? They need a third person like to kind of rival them. I don't think Luka has it. Luka doesn't have it.
Oh yeah, Luka could because he talks shit a lot and all that.
Luka's solely offense. He's just an offensive guy. Sure. I just feel like that. It almost like hurts Curry. Curry never was a lockdown guy. That's why he's not the GOAT, is because he can't get on the best player and like shut somebody down. And the other two can. So yeah.
Did you know an American player hasn't won the NBA MVP in 8 years? U.S. sports, man, they're going down. I'm telling you.
Who was the closest? Tatum?
I guess so. Speaking of that, in NBA and Americans or American sports. Flag football, Justin Jefferson's going to line up against fucking Timothy from Denmark. Did you see that? Their NFL players are now going to play flag football in the Olympics. That's insane.
But this is crazy. I was talking to a guy when I was at the All-Star Weekend. He's setting up a team. But those guys have no concept. But he was like, all these countries could easily set up teams. So like if you have any ties to another country, you could potentially try to organize and get on their flag football team and become Olympian. And it's like, they're so bad. A lot of them are so bad. They don't understand the game. That it's not difficult to get on a team. Now, I would imagine Canada, there's enough NFL players from Canada that it may be more difficult and they have a whole football league. But, like, if you can get me somehow involved in Costa Rica, like, if I can I could easily make the Costa Rica Olympic team.
Maybe you can somehow, like, adopt Lukai. And then, like, I'll be his dad. You're, like, an uncle or, like, some sort of, like...
I want you to be on the team with me, so we got to figure out... I wanted you to be covering Jamar Chase, and I'll be covering Justin Jefferson, and we'll just do our best. We'll do our best.
Like, I don't understand why they would want that. That's got to be so fucking boring. Just like you've got Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Lamar Jackson at QB, and like
I actually
Ugh.
think it backfires. As a former football player, one of the number one things people do is they're like, "Oh, play my flag team, play my flag." And what I realize is it's a completely different game, and you could get hurt. You do get hurt. You fall on the ground so much, you bump knees at people, and people grab your dick. There's an under amount. It's understated how much your dick gets grabbed when people are just, "Oh, I'm grabbing flags. Oh, I missed the flag. Oh, this flag doesn't come off." And you're like, "Hey, man, can you stop grabbing my dick? I'm just trying to put
That's why
face."
I mean Japan or China might really have an edge here because this is like they're kind of not. You're right, America, Nigeria is in trouble. So I mean,
It's not my flag. It's not my flag. It's not my flag. Let go. Let go.
uh, on the NFL side, the tush push. Like I'm pro tush push. I'm tired of this. Like, if you just stop it, stop being fucking crybabies. If you can't stop it, shut up.
It's a cheat code. You gotta master it yourself, though. But it's a cheat
Mhm.
code. Like anytime it's fourth, imagine if it gets this bad. There's gonna be some high school coach that starts doing it, where it's literally like the first. If you get a 5 yard run on the first down, you just do 3 tush pushes afterwards and just keep moving the fucking ball down the field. And the quarterback has 86 carries, 93 yards for 2 touchdowns, and you end up winning the game, running the clock out. It can get there. That could happen. What will happen if that happens? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, if that starts happening, but I think it's one of those things where they do it, and one of these times it's going to backfire. Like I thought in the Super Bowl they would try it and it would backfire, and then you're like, you just go to the well too often and it doesn't work, and it has backfired in regular
It's
season.
impossible to stop from a scientific standpoint. All right, technically, the defensive player can't move until the ball is moved, so they're on the reactive side of it. They don't know, so you have to react, and you have people pushing you forward, people from behind you pushing you. The force and momentum of the offensive side is way stronger than the defensive side because of the fact that they know when it's going to start. And so there's no backfiring. There's no way to stop it right yet. And people have tried. I think the best thing you can do is they have the Trey Polamalu like try to jump over and grab the quarterback. But you know how strong you have to be in the air without any form of legs to pull someone back, someone strong like Jalen Hurts. It's impossible. And so, yeah, we had to run. If we were both offensive coordinators for high schools and I did 3 tush pushes every 4 plays, you'd be pissed.
And I'm glad you brought that. Well, 2 things. I feel like other teams should try and do it if they can. So that's on them. 2, I talked about high school sports in the U.S. being shitty earlier. So your boy Cam Ward wasn't a great high school prospect because they ran, was it the wing T offense? So it was just him running over and over and over and never got to throw. I feel like that's like the drawback to USA football, USA soccer, basically everything is just USA basketball. They're doing what they can to win in that moment versus like actually developing athletes across every sport, like Germany is, like other countries do. It's just they're trying to play one-on-one, or they're trying to just not use athletes to their full ability. So I'm glad you said that.
I think I heard Amon Shumpert say this. It was actually really deep. He said, high school basketball lets you be a star. He said, college basketball hurts your NBA game. He said, the longer you play college basketball, it teaches you to play team ball and no dribbles, 3 passes, score a bucket. He said, NBA, none of that happens. NBA, get a bucket. Whatever you got to do to get a bucket. So he was saying it actually hurts people to go to college. And so I think that, you're right. These organized, I think coaches are really ruling sports.
Yeah.
It's some guy who's not as athletic that wants power and control. Like, you do what I tell you to do. And it's like, but what you're telling me to do don't work, Mr. Bob. And so, I think we should get rid of coaches. I think we should let AI take over coaching.
And because all they care about is just their own record. They don't care about the development of the players. Well, some do, but you're right. A robot would care about that. And ego.
I think we should. In what aspect of sports do you think artificial intelligence would take over first?
Refereeing.
Yeah, I think it'd be just cameras and refereeing.
Mm-hmm.
But then if that's the case, you got to teach this kind of algorithm because like football can't be played. Every play there's a holding call, technically. And the referee has the human understanding that does this really affect the play? Is this something that was hard? And that because of that, they don't call it every time. And like pass interference is pretty much every play you can call that. Yeah. But I will say, coaching too though. To me, I think coaching is kind of a waste. Like LeBron never needs to coach.
Joker was coaching himself too.
Yeah, like nobody. NBA coaches are the worst because they literally only get like timeouts every 4 or 5. Every 4 or 5 minutes you get to say something. It's not like you're involved. At least in the NFL, Andy Reid is calling out, plays under his little thing. But artificial coaching, I'm for it, man. ChatGPT, let's get these boys right.
Yeah. switching gears, you've been to a lot of stadiums. You've seen a lot of fans. I've always seen, and I saw this exact person before, and I was like, how fucking weird is it? Imagine like you're on a date, first date, you're with your girl, and the guy's like, hey, I'm bringing you the Suns game. Just so you know, I'm a pretty big fan. She's like, oh, no way. Like, he's got a good job. He's funny. He teaches with kids. Sweetheart. Oh, that's fine. You be a fan, honey. Whatever you like to do. And then you show up. He picks you up your front door, and he's dressed in full orange with orange hair, orange face, orange coat. And this is the guy you got to go on a date with. Turns out that guy's a pedophile. He got busted for child sex stuff. The chief super fan just got 32 years for robbing a bank. I just think these people, grown adults who are dressing up in full regalia to watch kids younger than them play sports, that like FBI, that's just put all those people on your little list. I think there's something wrong with these guys. It's not that serious. What are your thoughts?
But don't you feel like at first it's fun? Like I feel like you would be that person. Like you're that cool guy that's a real big fan. And like I'm gonna paint myself. I'm gonna be naked and paint myself up.
Oh, maybe when you're like 16.
Like 24. I think after you keep doing, like once you get to 30, you're like, all right, you're still doing the red man thing. Okay. But there's a certain point where it's fun. You're just a drunk guy that's living your best life. I could easily picture you at 24, completely fucking Texas
Hell.
teched out. Just Texas teched out.
Maybe in college, but not like as an adult man. It's like, oh, that's weird. Like,
What's an adult man? Is 23 an adult man?
I still, once you're out of college, I feel like I would not be dressing up.
You're still funny. You're at the club. You're drunk. You're still fucking.
Yeah, but I'm not dressing up for other dudes who I feel like I could be a better athlete than.
I think you're lying. I wish I had a time machine just to go back and take a picture and then come back to the future and be like, fucking liar. In some alternate universe, somewhere in the metaverse, you're full out Texas Tech fucking. I feel like there's a picture somewhere. I can see it.
The most I've ever dressed up was Team Canada at the Olympics this past summer, where I had like a jacket on, a little Canada flag sticker, and a Canada hat. That's as far as it goes.
All right. Imagine this. Imagine if they won and you were like second year coming in. That it grows. It's a compounding fandom that would eventually have you ass naked barrel man. And in Denver growing up, I was a Broncos fan. They had a guy would be naked in a barrel, but it said Broncos, and it'd be 16 degrees outside, and he'd be fucking naked, shriveled up baby dick.
I'm Googling right now, Denver barrel man arrest. I hope to God he's been arrested, because I feel like...
No, he passed away, and if he did, it'd be pretty sad.
Oh, okay. It was charged with first-degree murder.
Shut up, you
There's a different barrel man in Denver. He was actually found in a barrel, and he was murdered, and he was stuffed into a barrel.
You can't Google that. Wikipedia, you can make it what you want.
Yeah. Oh, your barrel guy, his ashes were spread on the field. So I guess he didn't do anything bad.
He loved football, man. All he did was want to fucking... Yeah, man. Sometimes there are people that don't even think about sex. Actually, you never mind. You know Pee Wee Herman? You ever know about Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah, exactly.
Pee Wee Herman used to go to like gay movie theaters and like masturbate.
Well, I mean, maybe he's just gay. I mean, that's at least he's doing what he should do. It's like he's doing it in like a elementary school.
Weirdo, like kids. Like there's a certain level where you're like, hey, you gotta denounce all sexual activity. Like you've got out the sexual game. You are now a marker for children. That's like seeing. Honestly, it was really funny. The Cardinals
like
mascot, Ruby Rose, was twerking on the Cardinal mascot, and his ass was taking that shit, and everybody's like, "Is this?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it. Why can't the Cardinal mascot get a hard one, huh?"
Yeah, it's a little weird. Also, what's that guy? He's like really famous right now. He's just a white dude, kind of the new Pee Wee Herman, but he has like an alter ego on TikTok where he like goes after hot moms. It's a unique.
No, fuck. Are you talking about Blippi?
Yeah, Blippi.
Yo, you're low key. You and Blippi are the same person. I was talking about, like, this is Fraser somewhere out there just doing Blippi. And he makes a lot of money, but Blippi, no, don't tell me you're fucking lying. Blippi's on TikTok hollering at bitches.
Yeah, man. He's like, this is for the moms. He's got like a whole thing. It's like, I'm Blippi to your kids, I'm Steven to the moms kind of thing. He's a handsome looking dude. Yeah, when he's not dressed up all
No fucking way. We need a third person to bring us some Blippi clips. Because I just don't fucking believe it. No. He's fully devoured himself to kids' entertainment. He's out of the pussy game. There's no pussy film.
Man. He's after it. I mean, I guess I'm just jealous, to be fair.
I want to knock down Miss Rachel. I've been wanting to see what Miss Rachel
um, yeah, but back to my original point, I think we can just find all the super fans. There's something wrong with their heads.
Yeah, I think that once you get that involved, if it goes behind, actually, I think honestly, just in that same boat, people who bet a lot of money on teams too, equally
Yeah.
as weird people, man.
Mhm.
Serial killers.
Yeah, that's fair. Can I support an NBA rule change? 2 rule changes.
Yeah,
I'd
what
like
is
your
it?
thoughts. I think we need to make the courts larger and the 3-point line further, maybe all lines further. It's just we've got the same lines that we had 50 years ago where guys couldn't even fucking throw the ball that far. Just like speed limits. Like now we have cars from 6 years ago, the cars are now our cars are going 100 miles per hour and it feels like we're going 30. So speed limits should go up 5 to 10 miles per hour. And so should the court because everyone's way stronger than they were 50 years ago. Like it needs to be different.
I don't think I would like that game. I almost want the shirt to be. I want it to be opposite. I want the court to be condensed and like just bigger players, just Shaq as a point guard because you don't have to run that much. But once you start spreading that court out, you got soccer. I don't want soccer out there. A bunch of Steve Nash just running loops around people. Sounds gay as hell.
I guess you're right. It would be easier for. I thought it would be harder for smaller guys, but I guess maybe it'd be easier for smaller guys.
Yeah, Curry would be easily the goat in that situation, but like LeBron is not going to kill from a longer court. He's exhausted. The man's 40 years old and ran 17 miles today.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. I also think Michael Porter Jr. and Moses Moody are the worst players who get minutes in the NBA. I just don't think that they're $300 million better than you or me at anything. I don't understand. Like they're so
Moody,
bad.
yeah, Moody. I don't know. That's weird. But the Golden State always keeps a bench player that they pay a lot. Michael MPJ is fucking the truth, bro. The fuck is wrong with you? I'll slap you for saying shit.
He is not at all. He's like a worse Russell Westbrook.
Whoa,
So sporadic.
I think he was hurt, and so you're taking a shot at him for the playoff series. He was hurt. There's been multiple series, especially the year they won, where he was like literally the reason why they won the championship. He's one of the best 2 in the game.
Well, maybe he's injured. I feel like he's just so sporadic and like everywhere. He's like the movie Nowhere But Everywhere All at Once, but he's never anywhere.
That's not the movie title.
Yeah, what is the movie title?
I'm going to say it to you because you did that intentionally. Everything all at once. Jesus.
Did you see, speaking of losing my memory, Biden is just, obviously, he's got cancer now and his memory. Can we have an age limit on presidents and just everyone in office? We've never talked about this on air before. I'm sure it's been...
I want him to go full Quincy Jones. Like, I want him to like, fuck it, I'm dying. Hey, this is what I read in the White House. This is the bullshit they pulled. Like, I want him to kind of go out, aliens is here. Like, tell us all that shit, man. Fuck it. You don't know. And you ever thought about this, man? This is some deep thoughts, man. What if this whole world is just a hologram and as soon as you die, everything just collapses? And you're like trying to save money for your great grandkids and they're like, no, nothing was real. It was just you. And what if Biden, maybe that's the case. Biden, share your shit, man. Don't go to the grave with that shit, man. Talk all your crazy stories, man. Talk about the time you ran a train with the vice president, man. When you was vice president.
Yeah, with Obama? Was Obama in on it or he's like...
Yeah, I mean, I was in the world I live in. I mean, obviously it's not PC. How do you become the president and not like have some moments where you're like, yeah, we got some hoes up waiting. You know, Bill Clinton, we got some hoes in the Oval Office, man. So y'all boys, y'all done doing all that military talk, man. Y'all know them hoes is waiting.
Trump definitely does. Trump 100% has like an NDA with his wife.
Yeah.
That's going on.
Yeah, Trump. I just imagine, Trump got a bunch of foreign women too. So it's like, it's a kind of like a security issue too. It's like, hey, you got to stop bringing in Russian whores into the Oval Office. We don't know what the...
That's maybe what he did. He had a bunch of El Salvadorian ones, and then he's like, oh, they're trying to talk. You're out of here. Oh, some Vietnamese ones. You're going to Africa.
You got to like American... In order to have orgies as a president, you got to like American feminism.
But yeah, well, I was thinking about like just being scared the other day, and I was thinking, what are the differences between what white people and black people are scared of? Like, are there vast differences, or are we all scared of the same stuff?
I think we're human at the core, so like shit that's scary is scary. So like if you're in a fucking grass, like in a cabin, and you hear a fucking noise, no matter what race you are, you'll be, oh shit. But
like
I do
think and spiders.
There's certain levels of danger that I feel like white people are like, this isn't dangerous at all. Why are you nervous? Just cops. You're like, yeah, if them motherfuckers be shooting niggas. And so there's danger and differences, but I feel as far as fear is a human emotion. It's almost like the white people love different than black people.
They do? Oh, you're saying they don't? Like we all love equally?
I think so. I don't know. I never.
Yeah.
I
I don't know. Who
Notebook,
knows?
though. Saw the Notebook and a bunch of movies, and you're like, all right. In movies, according to movies, white people in the third act usually fall in love.
Yeah. I had more sports, but we keep on talking about movies. Me and you were going to discuss top movies of all time. And I feel like you've hit some good ones. What are your, like, just if you had to spit out top ones, then we can dive in.
Before we do this, a precursor, all right?
Yeah.
And put this part off. What are the likelihoods that me and you, obviously growing up from different backgrounds, different demographics, different lives, even different age group, honestly, how similar do you think our top 5 movies are? And if that's the case, as humans, how different are we?
I think we've got 2 maybe the same, maybe 3. And I think I could pick out some that should be, but yeah, I don't know. I think definitely is a good point.
I think I have one that you're not gonna like, but other than that, I think all top of my 5 ones will be in your top 10.
Okay. I think it's also, I was looking at some movies. There's stuff like, is it our favorite movies or is it categorically known as favorite movies? Because some of my not favorite movies, like The Sound of Music or Titanic is right up there, or Godfather. I'm too young for The Godfather or Sound of Music. You know, like those are kind of known as greatest movies of all time. So I don't know where we get
rain and shit.
Yeah.
At the time, it was heat, though, right?
Mm-hmm. So I guess it's just what we believe.
All right. So I'll give it to you. My favorite movie of all time is Interstellar.
Ooh. Okay.
I think close, not number 1, but could be co-number 1 is Coming to America. Yeah. The Matrix is one of my favorite movies. I never seen that as a kid and trying to practice karate moves. Just that's how good it was, and it held this test of time. Yeah. It was 2 and 3 weren't as great as the first one, but they still hold their weight. Mm-hmm. This is going to throw you through a loop. You're not going to take this one, but you're going to like it. A movie that I think is amazing is a movie called About Time. It's a romantic. It's really not a romantic movie. It's a love story about a father and his child. So you haven't seen that movie?
No, I'm going to have to put it in my watch.
It's a beautiful, beautiful movie with a beautiful message.
Oh, and with Canadian Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, she's in every rom-com though, isn't she? She's
in Margot Robbie. I've never seen a movie with Margot Robbie and Rachel McAdams. Holy.
Yeah, and the main character, both of them knocked down both of them in real life too.
Wow.
In real life, he fucked. No. And then the last spot was very tough, but I think I'm gonna give it to Friday.
Oh, okay. So I think those are cultural, like Friday and Coming to America. I think are more cultural.
They just so comedies don't hold up, right? Like if you watch Airplane now, you're like, what the fuck? And even some of like Austin Powers movies aren't as good. Friday and Coming to America hold up literally 30 years later. Like it is, both of those are great, great movies. And that's like a definition of a comedy. Like if you have any comedies in your top 5, I wonder, do they hold up?
So it's funny you said it because I would say it doesn't hold up. It's just been such a, like Dumb and Dumber, you try and watch it now, and it's the comedy from that, like poop jokes, you know, and just, to me, it's the best comedy of all time, but I try and watch it now. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. It's not funny. Yeah. Wedding Crashers is close for me in the top, and it like holds up forever.
Vince Vaughn does a good job of that. I think Vince Vaughn, his comedy seems to hold up because it's just a bunch of like stupid sounds. More but son of a bitch. Did you grab him? Did you get him? All right. Well, I'm fucking get your hands up on the table. So fucking load up. Do your roll.
You did a really good job. There's a new Vince Vaughn movie out right now that I need to watch. It's like top 5 on Netflix, and it's a comedy.
I feel like the thing is, once people get successful, they lose a little bit of the umph that they had. It's almost like rappers and whatnot. So.
Well, what's tough about these movies because like I love Star Wars, but you have to pick like there's one Star Wars episode to throw into the top movies. You know, that's kind of a tough one. It'd be Return of the Jedi with Star Wars. Yeah, with the Ewoks.
I got a friend to watch. Oh my god, you love sci-fi so much, you should watch Star Wars. You love sci-fi. And I just can't. I love Star Trek, but I'm like, Star Wars just doesn't do it for me.
That's bizarre. I've never met anyone who likes Star Trek over Star Wars. That's like Prince over Michael Jackson.
Some people like Prince over Michael Jackson, man.
That's true.
Star Trek is the shit because it comes from a real place. Like Star Wars is like in a parallel universe where everything can be made up and nothing really matters. like and all aliens speak English. But like Star Wars comes from like 1946. We create space travel. We beat the space, speed of light chariot. We meet with the Vulcans. Like all of that is like, okay, this could potentially happen. Star Wars is a whole fucking other realm of the world that doesn't exist. It's all fiction.
Interesting. That's an interesting take. My favorite movie of all time. I don't know if I can list top 5 because I didn't plan as good as you, but I'll off the top of my head. Best movies of all time. Number 1, Crash. Is my favorite movie of all time. You like Crash?
It's not the best movie of all time.
So good. Number 2 in there. I don't know if it's 2A, 2B, 2, 3. The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
I guess I would have to say Return of the Jedi, Star Wars, Man on Fire. I love Man on Fire. And then, I mean, yeah, you can throw in like Inception, Interstellar, Matrix. I'm trying to look at some other. I really like Lord of the Rings.
I wanted to give you popular ones, but then I was like, let me put some sleepers in there.
That could be its own thing. I have like a sleeper topic at some point, but let's get into it.
You want to know one of the most beautiful movies of all time, bro?
Can I guess? Let me, because I know you enough.
I guarantee you don't know this one.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
There's a movie?
Yeah.
There's a movie by this dude named War Cohn. I forget his name. He's a Chinese director. And I was working on
what? Can I guess? Is it a movie where he like goes around and kills? I've got it. Actually, probably on my list. Old Boy. Is it Old Boy?
Old Boy's not the same director. That's a Japanese film too. It's not even a Chinese film.
I'll let you go. I'm sorry.
You're racist.
Yeah.
No, there's a movie that I had to. When I was in college, I was taking an editing class, and you had to cut up a trailer for a movie, so you had to watch it. And I watched it as a subtitle movie, and it's a really unique movie called Happy Together. And it's but if you watch it, it's like it's such a well shot. This director's so good at shots and emotions that you can't not be involved in it. And I guarantee you've never seen it. And I wouldn't say it's my favorite movie. It's just a beautiful movie. And then the movie City of God is one of the best.
City of God is my number 2.
It's not your number 2. You gave me 5, motherfucker.
No, on my favorite lesser known movies, it's my number 2.
You just taking it because I think you got to say it up front.
I gotta I'll pull up.
Yeah, man. I had to learn how to read to watch City of God. I didn't even know how to read, man. I had to learn how to read to keep up with that movie. That's how good it was, man.
Movie podcast, lesser known movies, City of God, bang, number 2.
Fucking Crazy. Is that a porn?
Fucking Crazy?
I saw it. There's on the list. I can't see our full screen because of that. I seen Fucking Crazy on the bottom of that. Look at the
that's From Dusk Till Dawn, Sucker Punch, The Prestige, Moulin Rouge.
Sinners is really good. Have you seen it?
I need to watch it. Actually, it's on.
Fuck no, you haven't seen it. I'm done with you, man.
I'm excited to watch it.
Ryan
Is it
Coogler.
like the black from Dusk Till Dawn? Is that what made you think about Sinners?
So I think they played him. It's a unique film. It's not even a horror film. It's not that scary. It's just really good acting, really good singing, really cool editing. And not the villain. Like any movie that has a good villain, I'm a fan of. And the villain in that movie is a really good villain. And it almost like you get it. And I think that, yeah, there's multiple universes. It has like post-credit scenes. So I feel like he's building a whole universe where you may go watch the show about the Indians where they call it engines, which is terribly a derogatory term, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
Is that, does that offend you if I said that? Does that offend you?
It doesn't offend me, but it could offend people because I know you don't mean it, you know?
What does it mean? I don't even know what it means. I'm like oblivious. It's almost like a young white guy saying N-word. I don't know the pain behind the word.
Yeah, maybe it's just like Indian. I don't know, like Indians, but I actually don't know why it's offensive.
They didn't want to say their name correctly, so they call them engines instead.
That's what I was kind of thinking. Yeah. But now it's like, it's weird because you're not also allowed to call Native Americans Indians anymore.
Well, they're not Indian.
Exactly, but how can engines be offensive if they're not even Indians? It's like, I
Aren't
can't keep
you Native American?
Yeah, but I'm also on that PC shit where they change what we need to be called all the time. Like now it's Aboriginals. Native Americans isn't good. American Indians isn't good. It needs to be Aboriginals.
Like about the Redskins.
Redskins is terrible. Yeah, like that one I'm against. But like other ones that I can't even give you a meaning behind, it's like, all right.
They're gonna change the name back, I heard.
I don't think they won't. That's some nonsense.
I read an article they're doing a poll to change the name back. They got
Yeah,
rid of
that's some
DEI. They got
that's
rid
some
of
real.
DEI.
Have you seen Pan's Labyrinth?
No.
You'll love Pan's Labyrinth. It's it's my number 3 behind City of God for underrated
You know what you
movies.
didn't have on the list? Shawshank Redemption.
So that was another one of those ones where it's like that one and Forrest Gump.
Shawshank goes time. It goes through time. It came out in like what 93, 90. Like,
Yeah.
It's not that old of a movie.
No, I think we watched it so much that it's like hard to keep it, because it's on TBS every day.
Morgan Freeman is old in that movie. That's how that movie's that recent that Morgan Freeman is old.
Mm-hmm. Morgan Freeman is timeless, I guess. He doesn't age. He just stays at 70 years old his entire life.
Oh man. You ever hear Hannibal Buress has a great joke about how he can't die before Will Smith?
No.
He can't die before Will Smith because he don't want to miss that dope ass Fresh Prince of Bel-Air rerun marathon they're gonna do after he dies.
Is Will Smith back? I saw someone, what's it called, that new fad where you like make people sign your shit?
Oh yeah, you like aura farming or some shit like
Aura
that.
farming, yes, that's incredible.
I think Will Smith is in a unique place. I think the clip he had about hitting Cliff Top is like really one of the most genuine, like, wow, that's an eye-opening. Only you can really know what that is, but it does seem like it's valid. But I feel like he hit a wall. He was like the biggest celebrity, and then he just kind of get corny. Like overnight, I don't know how, but I'm just like, Will Smith's kind of corny.
Really?
Yeah, he just.
I like that he slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. I'm pro Will Smith on that side.
No, it's one thing if you did like over like some real disrespect. The way he slapped it was like a planned, it was almost the feminine beta male version of like, if he would have been like, Jada Pinkett is ugly as a motherfucker, da-da-da, he like, bitch, sounded more urgent. He said a G.I. Jane joke. And Will Smith got up and fucking slapped him all cool and walked off like he had practiced it. And I said, that's some corny ass shit.
All right. I thought, I don't know. I feel like maybe she's been struggling with her hair loss issue and it was like a real personal. He sees her cry every day about it and he sees how much it hurts her. And then to make a joke of, it's like, no, keep my wife's name out of your shit.
It seemed planned. And at the same time, it was right around the time where everybody was talking about his wife and it was a big topic where I feel like he was slapping Chris Rock to send a message to everybody.
Everyone.
And I was just like, yeah, it's corny. It's almost, yeah. If you're with me and I had a pre-planned slap, I'd be like, that's pretty corny, bro. But if I did an organic slap, if I was like, at a club with you and the bouncer was talking shit, and I was just like, you know what? Wow! People like, oh shit, that's really cool. But if I like planned it, I was like, watch what I'm gonna do when I get to the club. You're like, yeah, that's kind of corny, bro.
I think you nailed it because like all the stuff about him like sharing his wife was like at all-time highs, and he's just waiting to hit someone, and finally he had enough and just snapped.
And then he just took Chris Rock, like slap Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Let's be bold. If we're gonna do this shit, do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you slap? Which one celebrity you feel comfortable slapping?
Timothy Chalamet.
He might whip your ass.
He will not whip my ass.
He's not. I mean, he trains. He does fighting. I feel like there's better people to pick than Timothy Chalamet. It's a damn shame what Timothy did to Fraser.
Dude, only $105. He ain't doing shit.
I don't know. Let me see. If I had to slap any celebrity, like who would I go for?
Yeah.
To make sure it's not a hate crime, you got to get someone straight too. So like you can just be like, Troy Sullivan or whatever.
That's what I was gonna say, like Denzel Washington. You're like, whoa.
Oh yeah, you get ass him over there, man. And there's a certain level of black that you got to respect. Like you couldn't just go like get an old black person. You couldn't. Yeah.
I love Denzel. I'm just playing Denzel.
All right, if I had to slap one person that I could just like live with and do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna go with a tough one. Mark Wahlberg. Give Mark Wahlberg one good one.
Ooh. I'm trying to. Oh, I know who it is. Iron Man.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I just don't like how now. Yeah, actually, yeah, exactly. Like now, maybe they'll try and infuse it to how Iron Man became Doctor Doom. I guess they will. So maybe like walk that back. Michael Keaton, because Michael Keaton was the original Batman, my original Batman for movies, not the TV Batman. And then he sold his ass out to be some shitty bird character in some like terrible movie. I'm like, you're my original Batman. You sold out for $1 million to be the shitty bird.
What do you mean? That. He was that won an Academy Award. It was like the best movie ever. What do you? Why
he still sold out to be a different superhero. You're only Batman. You stay Batman. Why Did you say why you're slapping
Oh,
my boy
Mark
Mark
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg?
All right, because Mark Wahlberg is actually a lot smaller than people think. Like he's not this big guy. He plays these badass roles, but he's a little fucking guy. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He wore a fake dick in Dirk Diggler in Boogie Nights. It's not his real dick size. He's a tiny guy, and I think he's slightly. And if being honest with you, like you read his history, he's slightly racist. Yes, he like beat up an Asian guy and like called him a bunch of
Really?
slurs. Like if you look at his history, and I just feel like that's a slap that like I don't like I said, I don't want to slap like Will Smith, Chris Rock. I want to slap with people like, oh shit, you got a bat on your hand. So I feel like that's one I could take. So yeah, Mark Wahlberg, if you're watching this shit and you're not part of Illuminati, because don't get me out of here, I'll whoop your ass.
I'd like to see that fight. Before we end, I want some global news because I think it's an interesting take. So did you see like the woman who like projectile diarrhea on like another car due to like some rush hour traffic fighting?
Nah, your algorithm's a little different than
So it was like, just was road rage incident, and she just gets out and just like literally just sprays all over the car, and everyone's mad at the diarrhea lady. And I was thinking about it, I'm like, man, we've all been there, where you're just like trying to get home. You're like, if I get a speeding ticket, I don't give a shit. I'm getting there as fast as I can. I'm gonna explode. You cut someone off, they're fingering you. You're like, fuck off. You're waving. I just gotta go to the bathroom. Just leave me alone. They're all over you, screaming. They hit you in the back. Stop, bitch. And you're like, fine. You want this? Is this what you want? And you just can't hold it anymore, and you shit in the car.
Now that you put it like that, I guess I see it. At first, I was like, no way. But then you said, like, there comes a point where when you really got to take a shit, you go, am I going to shit outside? Like, am I gonna, is this what's going to have to happen? And at this point, you're right. You're rushing. Someone gets mad at you. And then that anger, I don't have road rage, but I see people do. And I just, at that point, I just feel like, what's your response? Like, if someone shits on your car, I mean, is it technically illegal? You can't call the police on this shit like that.
They did. She got arrested.
For what? Like, what's the charge?
Public indecency, defecating in public, because like you can't like piss anywhere, I guess, right? So you can't shit anywhere either.
Yeah, but those are like those are tickets. Those are $35 tickets.
Damaging property. Yeah, I think these are only misdemeanors. She got like 3 or 4 misdemeanors.
No, I personally feel like you see people like punching windows and shit like that. It's like all right, this guy might need to go to jail. This guy's going out. I personally think shitting on somebody's car is a new wave, man. That's why you don't flip nobody off, man. If you flip somebody off, be prepared for that motherfucker to shit on your car. And that's crazy because you got to clean it off, man. Somebody's got to clean it off.
Yeah. How do you explain that at the drive-thru? Like you pull up the little ding ding. Which would you like, the wax? Yeah. What do you have on the front? Let's not talk about it.
It's chocolate. It was a Frosty. Someone threw a Frosty out the window. Yeah, man. No, speaking of that, we're not ending like that. Fraser, what's the worst bathroom you ever took a shit in?
Oh, easy. 2 of them, maybe 3, all in Asia. One was just like they're all just holes in the ground, and so like one was just a hole over the water in Cambodia, and so I also have bad knees and a hip, so I mean I can't really be bent. And they don't give you like, it's not America where you get like a little bar to hold on to. So you're like on your own reconnaissance trying to balance, and and the food you get there, I don't know if you know this, it's very explosive food. Just like this poor woman, she probably had Cambodian food before she did this. So like you're hitting your ankles, man, and then they have in Asia normally they have a hose, which the hose once you get used to it is incredible. I love the hose, but this place just had like a bowl and like a bathtub-ish of water, like a small bathtub water. And so you had to like take this bowl, like a circle bowl, like a soup bowl, and just kind of like throw it at like the back of you. You're just kind of like, and you don't know, you feel water hitting you. So then you have to like wash your feet down. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That wasn't like the hotel bathroom. That was just, you got caught in public.
Yeah, no, it's just like a public. And it was in, actually Angkor Wat was one of those. And then the over the water one was like some island in Cambodia.
Wow. Yeah, you got me beat, bro. What
was yours?
As a stand-up comedian, sometimes you just, you're out the house too long. And, I think my worst one was this fucking terrible gas station, like a bathroom on the side, but it was just an emergency. And I just didn't want to do it. But you know what you just described with your bad hip and ankle? That's what women do all the time. It's every woman. They just literally crouch over and
yeah. But normally they have like stuff they can hold on to. This was like a wall even in the stall.
I don't think women hold on.
I was just like,
I don't think women hold on. I think they're just literally yoga pose, man. They're flexible.
Yeah. They're more flexible. Another bad one I had was in San Diego, and it was at a Chargers Patriots game, and my brother Blaze was in front of me, and like we were in a long ass line, and we were hungover as hell, and his wife gave us some pills to help our stomachs and stuff, but they were like, she's very organic-y, and so she gave us pills, but they were just like, shit will just make you run through what you just ate. So we were like, we're basically the lady who's shitting on cars, and we're waiting in this one porta potty line forever, and we're dying. Like I'm like sweating. He's like sweat. Like we're in rough shape. He goes in and he comes out like someone just shot his dog. He's like, I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, look at my feet. And I look at his feet. He's like, there's one in there for you, dog. My brother left me one of his own socks in the bathroom because I was in sandals, and I had to use his socks, just one sock, by the way, for a full no toilet paper. So that's another bad one.
Yo, what the fuck, bro? You got the wildest shit stories. I thought I had a tough time, bro. You had a conversation about black people and white people different levels of fear. The shit you just went through, I would leave the game. I'm like, yo, I gotta go.
This was tailgating. We were outside.
Oh my god, I've never shit in a porta potty in my life, bro.
And that's really
That's a flex. I've never shit in a porta potty in my life.
wow.
Yeah.
That is a black versus white fear. And then to double down on that story, it's been like an inside joke we've had for 20 years or something. And like 3 years ago, I had a hot Nashville chicken sandwich, and I was real hungry. And then I went for a run in Phoenix, Arizona, and I went for a run, and also my stomach just starts like in knots. And so I'm like dying. There's an alleyway, and my brother just gets a picture of me sockless in running shoes. And he instantly knew from 20 years ago. He was like, no. I'm like, yeah, man, it happened again. I had to use my own running socks. Just
Shit in the middle of the fucking mountain somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well, it was
god.
like in an alleyway in Phoenix, Arcadia.
I forgot you're such a nature guy. This guy, yeah.
I didn't want to do it. I was going to die. It was one of those things.
Sometimes your stomach tell you, man, this is, your body tell you, hey, fuck everything you got planned. This is the new plan. So yeah, I get you.
Can we not end on like my terrible stories? Like, there's got to be
I
something
thought that was
else,
the
right?
best part of the podcast. In all honesty, I've been without caffeine, so I'm not as funny as I was. You carry this, bro. You fucking Jordan. SGA does through there with your fucking shitting on your ankles and
Yeah.
wetting your ass with socks and porta potties. I look at you completely different, man, in a weird way, man. You might get some OnlyFans subscriptions from some weird motherfuckers.
I want to get into Diddy updates, but it's just too weird. Like the Punisher and Cassie.
Oh man, I've been trying to keep up with. I personally think, and it's just me, and I'm a defender of victims. Of villains.
Yeah.
I think Diddy he's tried to sue BlackRock and the big conglomerate of Diageo, and they were like, "All right, you think you can just take people to law? You think you figured out the law system?" And they could got Diddy for many things. Diddy probably did some terrible things. Diddy probably killed some people. I guarantee. They were like, nah, we want you to talk about your most fucking wildest shit you ever done on national television for everybody to talk about. This is a public humiliation ritual of Diddy being like, hey, yeah, he wanted me to put cum on his chest. And he, it's like, yo, like, you could easily be like, Diddy murdered this person. All right, give him life. They were like, nah, we gonna fucking humiliate you. And it's working.
I just don't understand the baby oil, because we knew the original baby oil thing, but even now, like when he got arrested, we just found out they had 8 baby oils in those hotel room, and then you had like 3 in like a plastic bag. I'm like, what? Like he's rich. He's got Amazon. He's got a person who can get Amazon for him. He's got like a right hand woman who does all his bidding for him. She can get a bottle whenever he wants. I don't understand 12 bottles of beer.
That's because there's a difference in black and white porn. But in porn, ever since I was young, I used to see Mr. Market shit. They would just empty a bottle of baby oil on a big ass booty and just rub it in. Like
a whole bottle? I remember Mr. Marcus. Sugar balls.
I don't bust this shit anymore. Like that's squeeze the bottle out. You gotta let it drip on it. And yeah, it's Diddy's from a different era, man. Freaknik.
Huh. All right. I guess that makes sense.
Part of me wants to feel bad for Diddy. I was in the gym and I was trying to defend Diddy, and Ryan Clark, ironically, the guy who works at the gym, the one everybody's mad. He was like, no, man, I'm not letting you defend Diddy, bro. No. That motherfucker's a shitty person. Why would you die on that horse? And I was like, all right, maybe he's done some things that I'm not fully aware of. So
yeah.
I'm not saying that Ryan Clark did anything. I'm just saying that, Diddy does different things.
Diddy does do different things. It sucks. He was like my favorite person of all time up until, I guess that's Bill Cosby is people's favorite
He
person of
was
all
your
time.
favorite. Why would Diddy be here? What has Diddy done? Like, name me one great thing Diddy did.
I just felt like he was always produced great music that was like me. It was like pop hip hop, like.
What did he make the
Yeah.
beat? Did he do what is Diddy better than anyone else had?
He combined like the music with Biggie. Like he had a lot of. He
Well, let
made
me guess.
pop.
Is
I think he was
DJ
one of the.
Khaled your favorite person?
No, but Diddy originated. Diddy, I feel like, is one of the originators of like pop hip hop, like kind of getting it more mainstream. And then he's always funny in interviews. I just always watched him on TV, and it's fucking when he could be like an asshole, he was just like always funny. And I'm like, this guy is like hilarious. I just liked him a lot.
He's not fun. We got a different Diddy. The Diddy I know was supposed to be like a business mogul, and he gave opportunity to people, and he was such a savvy businessman. And he would have fun in music videos, but Diddy was never a comedian. I feel like he was a businessman. He was like, even the making a band was a business show,
But then he was funny when like we didn't get a chance to speak. I was always laughing. I was funny.
Well, now I feel like it's kind of racist. You were laughing at him and not with him, and that's part of the
I was laughing with him. He was like, when making a band, he's like, "Man, you ain't hot right now. You can't make porridge with you motherfuckers." And he would just go on this rant about that.
Funny. I don't think he was trying to be funny. You know what's weird enough though? There was a comedian named Maurizio Vance that used to do a series called Diddy's the Devil long before any of this shit came out. This was like 2011, and he talked about how Diddy's a terrible person. And so yeah, I gotta stop defending Diddy. I just don't like that every black billionaire gets lynched. They take away our black billionaires, man.
Remember
black billionaire
Eddie Murphy Delirious? He went off on Bill Cosby and Michael Jackson. He was telling us some shit from the jump. So shout out Eddie Murphy.
So Fraser, when I see you in that fully red Texas Tech attire, and I tell the world about it in 15 years when they realized that you were doing some weird shit, I was there all the way. I was fucking telling people.
Yeah. Speaking of Texas, are you gonna come stay with me when the Cardinals play Dallas? I got an extra room.
I haven't even planned that yet, but I do plan on going to every game. I think that'll be good this year.
We got an extra room in Dallas, so you need to just reserve it from the start because people.
Is Carlos coming?
You'll be living there.
Who?
We're living in Dallas.
You're moving to Dallas?
I thought I told you this. End of June for 5 months to start up some soccer leagues.
Oh, you're moving your business to Dallas now?
Well, like we're adding more leagues and stuff.
All right. We'll talk about it outside the podcast. I have so many questions. Either way,
sounds
man.
Good.
Thank you. No Diddy.
Thank you.
Your shit stories. That's the only one I want cropped. Don't put anything else. I just want the shit stories on Instagram.
You don't want them or you want them?
That's all I want. Your shit stories on my Instagram.
All right. Sounds good. Fraser LeVay podcast. Jared Quay Campbell. See you later.